Hello everyone, this is Mekkah, and welcome back once again to this Fire Emblem 12 0% growth low turn count playthrough. I'm on my own today because Don.
Hello ladies and gentlemen!
Dude, Max, get out! This is our playthrough, what are you doing here?
That's right, I'm finally in a Don video, let's go.
Why are you here?
So, I ran out of characters during my recent Iron Man run, and I heard there's a lot of units on the bench not being used here, so I figured I could borrow a few.
Well, I mean, he does keep everyone alive for LTC purposes, but I think he kind of needs them all. But did you have anyone in mind?
I don't know, like, could I get, like, I don't know, Belf and Leiden, maybe? I mean, nobody uses those guys, right? They're always on the bench, I can just snatch those.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I played FE12, but apparently they're really good. They come at a level where they can promote right away, they have insanely high base HP, and their other stats are on par with or better than most people, particularly in strength, skill, and speed, like better than Pala base, for example. We talked about how good her bases are. And they have C-rank lances considering for promotion, but, you know, maybe if we talk to Don, he will let you have Robert, because he's trash. He's promoted, and he has bad bases, so yeah, you can have him if you want.
No thank you.
Well, you can't be picky, man. I mean, maybe we can spare you a forge, because in this chapter we forge
the Lil Dong. No, contrary to what you guys may think, this was not my idea.
The Lil Dong is a +2 Might Wyrmslayer forge. It's really good, actually, because in FE12, every promoted unit can reclass a Swordmaster, or every promoted unit can reclass a Swordmaster. And with it, and just a little bit of Forge Might, they can become ways to one-round kill dragons, even ice dragons, which are really bulky. And because Swordmasters are fast, they will double. So it's really nice if you just don't care about one-shotting and you're fine with taking a counterattack. Of course, when you use a forged weapon like that and you 2-hit KO, you will use up to forge uses, so that's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, speaking of promotions, we see Belf and Leiden promoting right here. Yeah, actually, I'm kind of surprised. They're a lot better than I thought they were. Turns out their bases are pretty good. I think these are two characters that often get overlooked when people play this game, because they're like, just like mini Kumus.
Yeah, there were like afterthoughts added to this game. They shoehorned like every single Shadow Dragon character into this game. And then also the Iconeos Saga characters, like I think Dice and Maris and friends are from that as well.
Now, speaking of Swordmasters, we're going to see something pretty awesome here. So Don reclasses Horus and Sirius, but that's just to free up slots. But this is what we really care about. Darros embraces the power of Bald and becomes the Swordmaster. This is one of the many ways you can become Sail. But Darros is certainly on the path, and we're going to see some awesome Darros action here very soon.
Yeah, he's one of those characters that can reclass and become that. Etzel is also a Swordmaster, but he's using the 11th sword, which, as we said earlier, is not a meme. It's actually really good.
He's also not bald, so no one really cares.
Bruh, please. I mean, to be fair, I didn't know that he was bald, because he always wears that that bandana that pirates always wear. But hey, it works out for him, I guess. I mean, I'm disappointed we didn't see Swordmaster Riz in this episode, but hey, whatever. We can't have it all, I guess.
Now, if you're very perceptive, you may have actually seen that Don is fielding George with the Parthia. Or maybe it's actually not the Parthia. It has a weird spelling error to it. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but George is the best character in the game, so I'm very happy to see him do that. I probably didn't see anything. I'm sure I didn't just missee that. We'll see what happens next turn.
There's actually two snipers on the field. One of them is Leiden. He's reclassed a sniper. I said earlier these characters have high lance rank, but of course since they're promoted, they can also just become a sniper and get C-bows and 7 moon, which is pretty good. So the guy that just one round with the Porthia, that is Leiden, just one round kill in these dark mages.
Oh, wow.
George is on the right, and he's going to take care of some flying dragons later with the Parthia.
So yeah, this map is it's deceptively difficult, I think, at first, but it turns out that the enemy density actually isn't as big as you think it is. Like, once you deal with the initial enemies, I don't really feel like this map has a lot of enemies at all.
No, I mean, he did take care of a lot of initial enemies. Like, the initial threat is pretty big, like you said, because there's a lot of enemies around him, but he just killed them all turn 1 enemy phase, and then, or player phase. There was nothing left to do anything after that. The reason this map can feel a little bit hollow, and probably why Don is taking his vacation, or taking an S drink or whatever, is because most of the chapter is just Marth walking towards Beck, the recruitable ex-Ballistician on the upper left, and then he needs to walk to the gate, and there's not a whole lot happening in between once he gets rid of those enemies. And Beck, he was a Ballistician, in FE11, but in this game, or in FE3 Book 2, they decided, those were broken. We probably shouldn't be doing those, so they took them out. But they still felt like shoehorning Beck into this game. So now he's just a horseman with bases that I believe are even worse than Robert's. So, yeah.
I mean,
his bases are worse, his ranks are better, but overall he's not worth using.
I mean, what do you expect? The guy spent literally all of his life training to become a ballistician, and then he decided to travel up to Anri's way with his horse. So it makes sense that his stats are not all that great.
I mean, you'd think it'd be more useful than that, right? Because, a ballista, as we know, is just a really big bow, and bows would be really good in this route, considering all the wyverns. Speaking of which, on turn 2 enemy phase, Marth needs to be sort of in range of 2 wyverns, or to get to Beck in time. But he would get one rounded by, I think, each of those, so he's being protected by Pala and Belf, and actually suicide on Belf, so he really gets a chance to show his powers right away. And that keeps Marth safe to talk to Beck just in time. And now he just needs to make his way back. This is a chapter where I think Feena's presence is really being seen, because she speeds up Marth's movement, I think at least once, but it might just be twice. I might be missing something. Without Feena, Marth would have to walk back all by himself, and we don't have any rescues anymore. There are strats to make this chapter done in really quickly by using the rescue on Marth, obviously, because he needs to walk from so far from Beck. But we don't have the rescue staff anymore. We broke it long ago, and we're gonna use the rest of our hammers on Warp. So this is the best it's gonna get.
Yeah, so here Marth's powers as Jesus really shines here, as we're about to see him walk over a bunch of rivers. Apparently Marth doesn't really care that the water is freezing, he just kind of runs over the surface of it, and he's going to be assisted by Feena as well, who's going to dance him over the rivers, and that's going to be really nice.
Yeah, Feena can also walk over water, which is pretty damn nice when you think about it. You'd think she'd get cold, especially here, considering how little she's wearing, but apparently she's just fine. But yeah, Marth is just like in that FE1 Let's Play, he's convinced that he can walk across water. I think it's funny whenever Feena moves, she just doesn't dance anymore, she's just moving there. The reason that Marth and Feena are kind of moving like that, it's pretty intuitive overall, but it can look a little weird, is that there's around the islands that the gate is on, there is a reinforcement zone that you don't want to trigger. You generally just want to get on it and then seize right away without triggering it. So the plan is to just kill the boss with like a Forge Dragon Pike or something, and then just finish it off.
Now the final stretch here looks kind of threatening. There's like 2 mages there, there's like dragons, but in reality you only just really need to kill 1 enemy, and Marth can just waltz in and seize. So it doesn't end up actually being all that scary.
Yeah, before we seize, there is a chest in the upper right that's being snowed under right now, but it has a spirit dust. Boa will not be around in this game, so he will not be addicted to the spirit dust, but we will get someone later who is, that's Katarina, and we still need the spirit dust on her, so she really needs that one.
She had a bit of a bad childhood growing up, lots of bad things happened to her, so she's developed a little bit of an addiction to cope with that.
What gave you that idea? How'd you know that? Did you read her diary?
No, I did not.
Oh, that's good, because you shouldn't
I just read the subreddit.
Yeah. We have Wendell still working on staff rank, by the way, just in case he needs to reach. I think he needs to reach again later, so that's why he's doing it still. But yeah, we get the Spirit Dust with Julian, and that's it. That's chapter 13 completed in 6 turns. We'll see you guys later.
Sure.
Peace.
Bye.